of our legendary racing heritage, all of our pioneering four-wheel drive experience, come together in one amazing new vehicle.
Hi, I'm Sharon Tang and you're watching Evening Highlights. The massive and much touted Forest City mega project in Iskandar, Malaysia, Johor has been unveiled. The 175 billion ringgit mixed-use development is a JV between China's Country Garden Holdings and Esplanade Danga 88. Forest City will occupy almost 1,400 hectares of land on 4 reclaimed islands. It's expected to fuel the economy in the Iskandar region and neighbouring Singapore. Country Garden says its sales galleries in Johor Bahru and Singapore are now open for exclusive previews and bookings. Its official launch is expected in the first quarter of 2016. The first phase of the development will comprise condominiums and high-rise coastal residences. 8 industries, such as education, healthcare and tourism, will be the main economic pillars to the growth at Forest City. Now, as part of their long-term planning, Country Garden is now in talks with the Johor state government to set up dedicated entry points to Forest City. This includes an LRT system and a ferry network that links to Singapore and to a planned high-speed rail between the island nation and Malaysia. Traders at the so-called Low Yat 2 have been enjoying free rental, but if the economy worsens, that scheme may be short-lived. According to the Malay Mail, Rural and Regional Development Minister Dato' Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob said the government will consider making traders pay for their spaces as the economy continues to slip. Mara IT Digital Mall is a Bumiputra-only gadget mall fashioned after Low Yat Plaza. Ismail's ministry had decided to waive rentals for 6 months till May to enable the 36 traders operating there to sell their products at cheaper prices. And speaking of a worsening economy, low crude prices are bludgeoning the revenues of countries which rely on oil to pay their bills. This means tanking budgets and higher fiscal deficits. OCBC Bank, for one, is expecting Malaysia's budget deficit to reach about 3.5% of GDP, compared with a previous target of 3.1%. This as Putrajaya prepares to cut spending in its upcoming budget revision amid shrinking oil revenue.
Like we said, we think that it's going to be balanced between having a slightly higher deficit to GDP, not at 3.1%, probably with crude oil prices where they are today, probably at about 3.4%, possibly 3.5%. But that will also have to mean that there will be some expenditure cuts as well.
She suggests that there might be some belt tightening in the public sector, such as curbs in wage increase. Until 2014, about a third of government revenues came from Petronas, but the state oil giant is floundering under slumping crude oil prices. This year, analysts at Nomura are expecting just 13% of Putrajaya's income to be oil-related. OCBC's Ling is hoping that the price of the commodity will rebound in the second half of the year, as she believes that the current situation isn't sustainable.
So they have called for an emergency OPEC meeting in March. So if that transpires, I think the likelihood of at least some token gesture to try and think of some measures that can be a little bit more supportive of oil prices, there's a chance of that happening.
Crude oil prices have sagged by over 70% in the past 18 months as the market remains oversupplied. Earlier this week, Brent crude touched its lowest level since 2003, falling to as low as $27.67 a barrel. It's currently trading above the $30 mark. The sentencing of Repco Holdings' former executive chairman Lau Tiam Hock has been postponed to February 15th. This is because his lead counsel, Edmund Bond, is unwell and unable to attend today's proceedings. Repco Lau, as the former stock market kingpin was popularly known, was found guilty last week of market manipulation amid the 1990s stock market crash. The Sabahan businessman was charged in 1999 with misleading the market about the price of Repco's shares in a landmark case brought by the Securities Commission. He was acquitted in 2006, but the Court of Appeal reversed his acquittal in 2013. Lau is liable to a minimum fine of 1 million ringgit and imprisonment of not more than 10 years. And that wraps up Evening Highlights. I'm Sharon Tang. Thanks for watching.